Welcome to episode 35.
Can you read over there? Is today the 17th or the...
Today's the...
Is today the 11th or
the 13th.
18th? It's
the 11th.
So it's 36.
Welcome to episode 36,
Episode
everyone.
36, and I would like to start out by thanking McCall, another one of our subscribers. Landon, I think you should thank McCall.
McCall, thank you for subscribing.
Yes,
thank you,
the
Sutton,
cameras over
for.
there are not on.
I know, but I have to check that we're in frame. Thank you, Sutton, for subscribing.
Yes, Sutton. I like the comments. We definitely appreciate it. Genuinely, you are like 99% of all of our watch volume of last week. I was looking at it, and I definitely appreciate it because usually it was me. And then also last week we lost the entire podcast. It just didn't record to the computer correctly.
That's
or
fun.
I
that
tried
was the best one.
I tried. And Landon, why was that the best one?
Because we actually...
No, and Landon told me it was the best one because I said a total of maybe 5 words the entire podcast. So I'm going to learn to just be quiet and say nothing because I add almost nothing to this podcast. And thank you for the feedback, Landon.
I didn't say because you only said 5.
No, I don't want to hear any feedback about this. I'll just never say anything ever again. So you take it from here.
What is the audience say? That's
the audience says that they hate me because I talk too much and I monologue. I've already talked to. I'm well past my 5
That was
word
the
minute.
one comment that Sutton made, I'm sure, and that's.
He said, Ammon, Jill said I need to be quiet. McCall says I need to be quiet. I speak entirely too much.
Hold on, before we forget, thank you, Jill, for subscribing. You're amazing. We miss you.
Also, no thanks to my mom. I sent her, I think, 2 different links in our text messages, and I think that she has not clicked on either one of them. No thanks to my brother or to my dad, who know about it but haven't watched it. But I think my dad doesn't. I think he only watches podcasts on like Apple Music or something, or no, not
Apple Podcast.
And so I told him it was just on YouTube because I didn't figure out our RSS feed yet, and he kind of looked at me with a blank stare like he didn't know what I was saying. It's okay, I didn't either.
That's probably right. So that's okay.
And so we should probably do that at the end of the podcast, but for now we're kind of just starting out with thanking everyone. I think this week we're going to try to do something a little bit different than we've been doing before, but what's been the plan the entire time, which is obviously the mullet strategy, which
business in the front, party in the back.
And then so we'll go from there, and hopefully the other 2 hosts will show up today. If not, that's life.
We should have a soundboard. Can we get a soundboard for this?
Do you see that over there on the? Do you see the duck?
Yeah, that's the soundboard.
That's the soundboard.
We need to move that over here.
I didn't set it up. That's for my other PC.
Yeah.
We can put it on this one. I just don't know how to program it. And honestly, I don't even use it for my main PC. I got it for editing, and I never use it. I just use keyboard shortcuts.
We need a soundboard.
I'm just worried. Have you been in Discord when I turned soundboards on for Gideon? Because most of the
Gideon
time,
goes hard
any
on
Discord that Gideon's in,
it's gone. It's done for.
Everyone will mute him, turn him off, kick him out of the call, and or anything else to get him to stop soundboarding. So Gideon's going to be over here just being like...
I've wondered how he does that.
Yes.
Now we know.
He has an electronic soundboard. It's always on his keys on his
just right there. That's crazy.
So I don't know how it's going to be with 5 people having access to a soundboard.
I think we just need the one for the host.
I think
if we do 5, it's going to end up like Gideon.
So everyone but Gideon gets one. Everyone but Gideon gets to share the soundboard. I think
just one soundboard for the host. And if Gideon wants to put on that challenge of the host. Yeah, but I think the one manning only one person's manning if we're looking up videos, I think we need to have a soundboard. We can talk about that later.
Did I just hear something ring or something?
I wonder if that's Hayes.
two things that I kind of want to start out with before the shit show gets here. Sorry, I guess which is the other two hosts. There's been some major developments in the Middle East. Landon, sometimes we go over certain things, and I don't mind going over them a day or a week or two late after the dust has kind of settled, because it doesn't make that topic less important. It does make it less newsworthy in the U.S., but that doesn't mean that it isn't worthy of reviewing. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Do you agree, disagree?
I agree. I think depending on what the listeners want, if we want something.
That's true.
If you want something more up to date, but we can play with that later on.
We'll go with it. I think that listening exactly to what our viewers want half the time is going to be a major misstep. But we'll go over that later. Anyway, that was more meta for us going over Iran.
For the meta, real quick, I think we should. I lost my train of thought. I actively lost my train of thought as I was talking.
Good.
All right, Iran.
Iran. Okay.
People ask how I escaped Iraq. Iran.
Okay, what is going on in Iran?
Trump says the war's over. Everyone knows that.
So as of right now,
involved in some bombings. He says the war is almost over.
The 11th of March. It's the morning time. What was it? A week ago?
Yeah.
I think.
No. It was
last. Was it?
It was
the 8th?
It was over the weekend.
Was it the 8th or the 1st?
It was the 8th. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, so 4 days ago.
I'm pretty sure it was 4 days ago because he did it. I know he did it over a weekend because he made sure to do it when the markets were closed.
We let a cautious, economy conscious
president. It's great. Do you think so? He says the war is almost over. Do you think the war is almost over? Do you think the war will ever be? Well, that war will never be over.
Well,
but do you think he?
I mean, do we want to talk about the state of Israel and modern? I think that for the past probably 2 to 6 months, we have been afraid to talk about the rising, just consciousness of the state of Israel in U.S. modern politics, especially on the conservative side, right? Since October 7th, 2023, the left has definitely been hyper-focused on Israel's influence in the U.S. and their choices of what a lot of the left would call war crimes in Gaza.
Yeah.
Right? That's how the left has come to it. The right has come to disliking Israel for other reasons, essentially retconning all of World War II.
Yeah.
Nick Fuentes being kind of the major political voice and leader of that movement, even though a lot of other people have been talking about it for a while. Henry Ford would be a good example. I'm torn because secretly for the past 6 months I've been pretty much anti-Israel and anti-Talmudic Jew.
So I think
I'm flipping.
I think the interesting part is where do you get most of your news? I think that's kind of the interesting part that I'm curious what a lot of people look at is where do you get your news? Are you getting it from independent journalism? Are you getting it from mainstream? Are you getting it from all of them?
What do you mean?
I'm just curious of
where do you get your? You read something like Ground News, and I think that Ground News is no better than Instagram.
No, I read. There's an app called Particle News that kind of summarizes a lot of it.
Modern.
It takes a lot of the sources and then summarize it, and then if something doesn't sound right or if I'm just wanting more detail, I go to the article that it cites, and then I'll go to independent journalism is my main go-to, is just the independent people like Tucker Carlson. You'll get Brett Cooper is okay. Then you've got Sean Ryan and
it's so unfortunate that she's married.
You're gonna shoot the shot,
Brett Cooper.
If you're watching Brett Cooper,
There's zero chance.
Give us some advice, actually, on how to.
There's zero chance
run
that
this.
if she does leave her husband, that she would ever. I would be in the top 100.
Do explain
I
the
think
top
she's
100.
older than me. Like I'm not her top 100 choices.
She's about our age. Hold on. Let's find this out.
You just unplug it. I think it's probably charged enough that you can plug it back in and not have to go left-handed.
I'm left-handed anyways. That's right. You heard it right, folks.
I have that Post Malone song stuck in my head. I don't know why he was talking about there being blood in his Lambo. I think we might want to look up. I'm going to write that down so we can come back to that later. The blood.
24, yeah, she's younger than you, bro. She's younger than me.
The thing is, and maybe I shouldn't say this.
Brett Cooper, please don't ban us.
I'm not worried about Brett Cooper banning us at all. Maybe about never talking to us again because of the things that I'm about to say about her.
Oh, yeah. Let's not. We want advice. She's got a pretty successful thing going on.
Face. She's beautiful. She's drop dead gorgeous. I think we should move
off topic.
Wait. Why is she? What is that green? What is that horrific
Let's just look at this one. And let's just focus on this. I think this is more than a goalie. But if he ends up leaving her, I'm curious what y'all have.
Brett,
you have slightly different views.
Who does?
You and Brett.
About what?
About politics. Pretty similar though. She's pretty moderate of like.
I'm actually probably further left than she is on some things.
That's the interesting part. Is some things. That's what some people don't get. At least. Actually, it's kind of interesting. Some of the old people are just like, yeah, far right, and they don't understand why necessarily. They're just like, yeah, just far right or far left, and they're on the extremism side. But some people think it's the young ones. But I'm kind of curious. Let's see if this mouse is charged enough. But what do you think? You think it's the younger population, or you think it's the older population?
That are what? The furthest right?
Yeah, and like ruining the...
I think that since 1945, it has been the baby boomer generation that has been the furthest right. And then until Gen Z came around, Gen Z are now the furthest right that our nation has seen since World War II.
Do you think... So, like... How much influence do you think Israel does have on, is kind of a side note of, but it has to do with it because I think some people are oblivious of some of the actual powers within the states.
The thing is this is very clouded in confusion because I will say what I think you and I both believe, which is that Israel probably of all of our allies and enemies has the most influence on money flow and political decision making in the U.S. than a lot of even our own intelligence apparatus. But there's not much that we can back that up with. Like not real stuff that we can back that up with. I just think it's politically easy to say because both the left and the right hate Israel right now.
Probably.
I think that Jeffrey Epstein wasn't an accident, and it is not a weird thing that's a coincidence that's happening in modern politics. It is deeply involved with the Iran war, right? So what's the connection?
Do you think that the connection between the bombings that Trump has done and the release of the files?
No. I just think that the fact that they're the two largest pieces of modern politics in the U.S. to like a normie of like what's happening in politics right now. It's like Trump bombs Iran and the Epstein files, and it's like those are both deeply involved with the state of Israel, where like the Likud party that's run by Bibi Netanyahu is had a 40-50 year run to try to just obliterate all of its major enemies in the Middle East, Iran, Syria, Egypt, and we won't go into all of that, but Iran being right now, and
we are recording, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I sure hope so.
I sure hope so. If we lose it like last week.
No, that was a fluke thing. I did it on purpose. No, I'm kidding. It was an
because you didn't speak at all. You did it on purpose.
Last week. Yeah, I hope. I wish. I feel like I want to look. I forgot what I was saying, but I think that the Epstein files is. I think that Epstein and his friends were all Mossad. So I think the thing that I want to say is the Ayatollah is not Iran. So like the major leading party of Iran is maybe not representative of the people. That could be said of some countries, like maybe not all of the populace of China are Xi.
Yeah.
And a lot of the U.S. and to bring it to U.S. politics, not all Americans are Trump or conservative. Yep. There's internal, typically bi-party politics going on within every country. There's hawkish people that want to go to war, and there's dovish people who try to steer away from war. And then there's people who are conservative, and there are people who are progressive for that country. Typically, there's like a skew. You know, Pakistan's left-leaning party is going to look different than the United States left-leaning party. So I think some people that are afraid to talk about or confused about understanding Israel understand that Bibi Netanyahu is not Israel. The Likud party is not Israel. They're like a very right-wing, intelligence-first, blackmail-first, hawkish, war-hungry, power-hungry faction of the state of Israel that maybe isn't representative of some of the Jewish population that exists in the U.S. and in Israel.
Do you think, though, from the bombings, because from the bombings and everything, Trump said this is now your time to reclaim your... Do you think the people are actually going to do anything?
So that leads to...
I don't think they're actually going to do anything.
I think there's a big risk that they can't.
Yeah, I don't think they can because, I mean, think of the amount of years as they've been within that reign.
Well, it's really not been that long, right? It's only been 50 years or something like that for Iran.
Which, yeah, for a country is fairly young. But, I mean, for a lot of people, that's like generations. And so, and they don't know exactly how much firepower they still have. And the people don't have as much. At least they might not know and understand how much. And so, I don't think that they're going to do anything. But
to be clear, I think the best thing you should call Bryce and then just hang up, or just call Bryce and if he picks up, then he knows. The thing about Iran, if you're like uninitiated with politics, is the best case scenario for the U.S. is that Iran does have a regime change, and the people in charge of the regime are very progressive for their country, very westernized, focusing on economic development. You want Iran to turn into Saudi Arabia.
Which do you think, though, now?
That's the best case for us.
To tie it back to the question of, do you think the war is almost over?
I think that is decided by...
Because in the world of, like, the stock market and economy for us, of what that means to us, the oil prices and everything they've shot up. And so people are just kind of weary now, though, of what's going to happen, especially with Trump saying, oh, yeah, the war's almost over, but there's still things going on.
So I think that there's still a...
I don't think it's over. I think there's still...
I think it might be in the same way that...
Because no one's made an effort to make a treaty or...
Well, I think it's more difficult than that, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure, especially with it happening just a few days ago.
Something to think about is how did we win the Revolutionary War? The U.S. is technically Britain had a lot more money than we did, right? They just kind of like had to just leave because they had other things to do.
They had other countries to conquer,
or not even conquer, to maintain.
Yeah, they already
maintain their dying empire. Hi,
and
welcome
here comes
in.
The party in the back. Because Bryce doesn't want to show up.
Bryce?
I called Bryce, but he didn't answer.
The big old fat text on
here.
on the podcast. He's being a baby because he's sick.
I got a bad sore throat. Need to rest longer this morning. Normally I wouldn't care. But with my shipments coming in and vacation time, I want to feel as good as I can.
Of course.
Bryce, we love you.
We do love you, Bryce.
People are probably getting bored of the war in Iran.
But oh well.
We've been talking about it for a second. How you
We've done the business in the front. Now it's time for the party in the back.
We're gonna go over Anthropic suing the U.S., but I think we'll go over that later because I don't.
We pull that up. I'm curious what that's
quick breakdown.
be.
Tell us what's happening right now. 20 seconds, Landon.
20 seconds. Basically, Anthropic's wanting to sue the U.S. because of the Pentagon. They're. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm telling you the right thing. Because basically, Anthropic is wanting kind of more information on or wanting to use their technology for spying and weapons and all that stuff. And the U.S. is like, maybe not so much. And AI is good, but maybe not on every single person. And so yeah, they're kind of banning the AI from military use, I guess. And so Anthropic's like, come on, bro, we gotta lead the war in this.
We'll go over this later, but Anthropic scares me. Anthropic is like
Let's spy on everything and everyone with AI.
Yeah, think of Skynet, Terminator.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Or
pretty wild, bro.
Think of I don't know, early Raytheon. They want to be a defense contractor. They want to be a company that is in bed with the government as much as possible, and they're willing to fearmonger to do it. You know?
Pretty much.
They're willing to weaponize AI for the U.S.
What do you think? You think we should have Skynet?
Me?
What do you think, Hayes?
Yo.
It's hard because if we don't implement it into our military, then some other random country is. And imagine the cartel
China.
pulls up and they have they're like, oh yeah, we've been spying on you for 1,000 years and we know everything about you. It's we kind of should, but everyone is going to be screwed over. But it's I don't know. If we don't do it, China is. That's,
yeah.
I feel they already are. They already are.
Yeah.
Same with the UK already has those cameras. We're already everyone's spying on themselves already. It's
For anyone that believed that the UK was a bastion of Western democracy, you are sorely mistaken. The king may not be leading that country, but Parliament is, and it is a security state on par with 1984. I'll probably be never
Have you
let
seen this
into
show,
that country.
Peaky Blinders?
Yes.
Pretty good. Has nothing to do with what you just said. But
You ever seen the show Call the Midwife? Bussing.
No.
It's like 1946. The war is over, and buildings are in rubble, and it's London, and people having babies left and right, and there's midwives going around having kids.
Just running it. You've watched just.
Yes, I watched the whole thing.
All the
I don't even know why. I know exactly why I've seen that, but we won't go over it.
I can't.
Do you like this little canyon battle that's going on between the droids and the clones right now?
I like the canyon
It actually is kind of ultra tough.
We need the Millennium Falcon to be hanging from the ceiling.
Oh, that would be
to,
so tough.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah,
And
but
the
if we
fact
put
that-
Bryce's swing in here, then I think we'll be all right. I don't think anyone knows, but Bryce has a swing that he wants to swing.
Come back next
during
week or the week
podcast.
after, or the week after that, or the week after that one.
Depending when he shows up.
That'd be really funny if we just had a swing in the
Do you
middle.
know what we're talking about?
Is it a freak swing?
No, we don't want to spoil anything here.
Yeah. No spoilers.
Okay.
but it's a swing.
But there's going to be a bolt in our ceiling in the next couple of weeks.
I agree. I don't think that's in our lease contract, but
I don't think this is in our lease. In this studio, this nice studio that we have here.
Update everyone. Ammon has a vehicle.
Ammon has a truck.
Ammon has a truck. Ammon,
And
do
this
tell
is the thing
us
that I
what
love
the
about
truck
trucks is because if they didn't say this, we would have never talked about this ever again. It was 2 weeks of spending an hour each podcast talking about which K truck I should get, and then whenever I got the truck, it wasn't this big eyesore for everyone that I was walking to work and biking to work like a man because I enjoyed it. And everyone's, oh, I feel bad. I feel like I have to drive him to work. And it's like, no, it's okay. I like walking. Yes, I got a car. I got
a truck.
A casual Lamborghini Urus truck.
Just a humble.
But it's casual.
I know that's like a super beginner car. We've all been there.
Yeah.
I'm just in my car era right now, and I'm grateful that I was able to get it. And thank you for
it's a
for your
2005
concern.
Chevy Colorado.
Inline 5-cylinder with 107,000 miles.
It's great.
It's great.
It's a very Ammon truck.
Mechanic passed off. He had a check engine light. It went off by itself because that's how good of a truck it is.
It's great.
Yep. We're definitely. I think
Just
it's,
had to
I think it's
update.
the mass airflow sensor because
It's probably something gay like O2 sensors or like.
Yeah, the freaking
I
O2.
let it
just
idle.
mad.
My Jeep always had the O2 sensors.
I let it idle for like 10 minutes because I went and turned the car on to let it warm up, and then I went to grab something, and I ended up finishing up dishes real quick at my house, which is not this studio here. And so I let it run for a second, and it turned on, and then I went and drove it around town to finish up some errands. And driving, I noticed that it like idled a little bit lower when it in park, not in drive. Like it's supposed to be I think at like 900 it would drop to like 6 or 7. I didn't want to have to say it, but and then I started driving it around, and then in drive it'll idle and stay at the 900. Then if I put it in park, when the engine light was still on, it would drop. But whenever it fixed itself, it was because I was going really like fast on the highway, and now it idles at the 900. So usually that's like mass airflow sensor measuring the amount of oxygen being put into the engine wrong. So I don't know yet. Whatever.
We'll find out.
We'll figure it out. We'll code it out later. I think it's gonna be fine.
Dude, I'm actually really excited at work today. We're gonna set up a sound system in the our shop because right now we just have this little box. It's like a Sony speaker this big, and in my garage I have 2 speakers that are like literally 5.5 feet tall, and each speaker's about, I think they're 14-inch each of them. We have 2 of those, and we're gonna go hang them from our ceiling in the shop.
Bumping.
Nice.
We're gonna just.
What's the first song you put on?
What's your walk-up song?
Do 6 7.
What's your walk-up song, man?
My walk-up song. I've never thought about this in my life, and I've never been asked this genuinely. Either that Rocky song, Rocky's walkout song.
Oh no.
Test. Wait, talking to your thing.
Yo.
Hello.
Hopefully we're still recording. I started this thing.
The Velcro.
If you're watching, this is all.
You guys
Or
not
this
doing.
could straight up
If you're
just be
not
on my
watching,
Twitch account.
yeah, if you're not watching,
Live?
it's all Ammon's fault.
Do you guys know this song?
Yeah.
That actually goes hard.
I think that'll be a tough first.
I don't
song.
have my
pretty
phone
dope.
on me, but I have a lot of music that wait, can I get back to you next week? I'm freaking out right now.
We'll
Oh,
prepare for
man.
next week. We'll do our walk-up songs for the start next week.
I want a cool walkout song.
We'll-
No, your walk-up song is something dumb. I'm gonna choose your walk-up song because you can't think of it.
No, wait. No, guys, I promise I'm cool. Wait, no, I know music. I can read.
You said you can't.
Oh, wait. I switch between telling people I can and I can't when it's necessary for me.
This is your song.
No, wait. No, guys, I promise.
I'm pretty sure
Oh,
he's
And
still
you
singing.
have to do the whole.
I think he's still.
W X Y and
See,
Z.
you know I knew it.
I'm pretty sure he thinks Elemental P is one letter still.
LMNOP is one letter.
Wait, guys, no, we need to can I have my phone, guys? I can't. Wait, look that up, but don't show the screen.
What's the?
How many letters is
How many
LMNOP?
No way, guys, I promise. Wait,
ChatGPT is LMNOP 2 letters or 1?
Chelsea actually the strawberry spelling for ChatGPT. ChatGPT could not comprehend that there are 3 R's in strawberries. Like, oh, there's 2. What?
What?
Yeah, poor Bryce.
Bowled 5 games yesterday.
You what?
I bowled 5 games yesterday.
How's your arm feeling?
Wow.
From what?
From bowling.
Oh, fine. I actually hurt my leg really bad. My leg hurts more than anything, but
Would you break 200?
What ball do you like to carry? How big of a ball can you handle?
15-pound minimum.
15-pound minimum?
And for girls, it's a 14. And if you use anything else, you're gay. like straight up, ask any pro. If you use anything under a 15, like you like boys. Straight up.
Not that there's anything wrong with being gay.
No, that's what I'm saying. But it's just commonly known that
Like you like
we watched
people.
We watched The Office the other day, and you remember the scene where Michael's trying to convince everyone that saying gay was actually he wasn't
I
wrong.
don't watch slop like that.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that you're lame.
Ammon, I walked
gay.
home from work yesterday, and I see you, and the first thing you go, dude, I just brain rotted for an hour and a half. It was the best thing I've ever done. You definitely watch slop like that sometimes. It's okay. We all watch slop.
It's pretty funny. Ammon will literally be.
Also, this podcast loves gay people, so if you're gay, join.
It's funny. Ammon
we
will
have
literally
to,
be
we
like,
support
dude,
everyone here.
waking up early is like the best, bro. It's like
No,
literally the
don't
best.
even right now,
and
bro.
then I show up on time, and he's actually
No, he showed up
sleeping.
5 minutes early.
Was
you
I
said
awake?
You said 6:50 to 7. 6:54 was when I showed up.
My alarm didn't go off because I trusted you were going to be here at 7:05, and so I set my alarm for 6:55. I have all the faith in the world in you. I just
Yeah.
look. No. You want me to be
It's
real?
okay. We'll go on to the next
No.
topic.
Let's be real here. Let me monologue because everyone hates when I talk anyway. Look. This thing is annoying. We get up at like 6 a.m. to get here. We're all tired and we're all annoyed. If I don't say I'm going to start recording at 7 a.m., everyone rolls up and gets here around 7:20 to 7:40.
This is true.
And so I sometimes want to get some sleep, and so I set my alarm for 10, 15, 20 minutes after everyone says they're going to be here. And then I start the thing. And so I didn't know if Landon had previously talked, like we wanted to start before everyone got here. We were going to do a little bit of business before people started trickling in, before the peanut gallery got here, because we thought Bryce was going to be here. And we didn't want to bore
When did he send that message?
Landon too much. Landon or Hayes. Hayes is a good measure of if we're getting too boring because he starts staring off and see this. We know we need to bring back some of the energy.
I saw that text. I'm late because I woke up at 6:50 and then Ammon was like, "We're gonna talk business, so don't come." And I was like, "Okay."
I did not
awesome.
say that.
Yes, you did.
I did
It's
not
okay.
say-
That's how I heard the message, and I'm happy with that because I got to sleep longer. But I woke up at 6:50, and I was like, sweet, I got to sleep 20 minutes longer. And I woke up back up at 7, and I'm like, man, I do not want to get out of bed. And then I saw Bryce text that message, and I'm like, I'm getting out of bed right now because I'm not going to be missing out on this awesome podcast.
We'll be good for now. Moral of the story, though, there's other times that I'm like, I woke up at this time.
We were
like,
making
oh
fun
yeah,
of me
I woke
being
up 5 minutes ago and I just showed up to work. But it's okay.
The thing is in life, we can hash all of this right now.
No,
The
it's
best
okay.
thing in my entire life is when I get up between the hours of 5 to like 9 a.m. Preferably the earlier the better. But what happens is I get off work and no one really has any plans because nobody here really plans out their week because you don't necessarily need to if you're not in a job that requires a lot of high executive function. Landon definitely like kind of does, but it's like I'll get a call from Bryce or from Landon or from Chase or from not really from Hayes or from Gideon.
Well, basically,
every single night after work, and it's like, so video games? Who wants to play video games? What are you doing tonight? Let's go to the raid. Let's play pickleball. Let's do this. Let's do that. And I'm over here and I'm like, I have like a plan that I want to do for the podcast. And they're like, nah, do that tomorrow.
No.
Everyone everywhere is pulling me every which way to do whatever. And then I go to bed at 2 a.m. because we played GeoGuessr for 4 hours. And it was the best time of my entire life.
And it's great.
And I'm not mad at anyone about it. I'm just heated.
Let's go over some of the details real quick.
No, I'm not. I'm not blaming Landon.
You're right.
Landon feels like I'm blaming Landon.
Let's pause.
My
Hold
best.
We'll pause the monologue.
Peak Ammon, peak life is whenever I'm getting up at like 7 a.m. and I'm just like, oh, it feels so good. And I sit down and I have no meetings and I sit at my computer and I get things done that I've been wanting to get done since like 4 months ago.
I agree. Let's give a little detail for the audience. Ammon's right. I plan most of mine. And then I'll be like, wait, I have a free second because I got this done ahead of time. Like, let's play some games. And Ammon's kind enough and he does that. Bryce and everyone else here are exactly right. They don't plan anything and they're like, let's play some games. And then
Bryce, Landon, and I have to plan
Ammon
our
is
weeks.
pretty much
He manages a 40-hour week job and full-time school. I manage a 40-hour week job, and I try to have a part-time job, which is this podcast, because I really enjoy doing it. I want to tell more people about it. There's more stuff that, like, we have to teach certain things, and we want to learn how to just be more interesting to listen to. And there's more stuff to go over with that. But I can't do that with other people in the room playing video games. I have to sit down uninterrupted hour of reading a certain thing and being like, how do we make this one section of the podcast better? And then how do I tell this to the rest of the team so they can learn it and go over it? They're like, kind of like the popularized book Deep Work would maybe be like a good example of that. And it feels good to wake up and then just do that work.
Basically, Ammon
but I love Landon. I'm not
Ammon,
blaming anyone. It's only my fault, and that's okay, and I'll get better at it. So keep making fun of me and tell me I'm bad at getting up early.
No, we'll just give the audience. We'll just give the audience.
As a third party, every single night that I'm here, I hear Ammon get a phone call from Gideon or Bryce or Landon, and it's always on speaker. Hey, you want to play? You want to play some video game? Yeah.
And then the worst will be Bryce will call me and be like, let's play some video games. And then he'll get a call to go sell a mattress. And so I'm in the mood to just, I'm not in the mood to work anymore. I want to play RV there yet. And I sit at my computer for 3 hours and he's either out there.
We
love Bryce. It's not bad though.
We give the subscriber shout out at the beginning, but we'll give a special shout out to Ammon because he runs the podcast.
No.
He actually does though. Like actually runs it. And so thanks to him, this is a real thing.
Any fun stories from this week? Anything interesting happened to anybody this week that?
Bro, my wife's pregnant, right?
Okay.
So we're making food. And I guess she went and emptied the fridge out, so there's some stuff, and she was great. She did that, and it was gross, and she's already nauseous. But then we go to throw something, just a random thing, like piece of paper. We like got a letter in the mail, threw it away, and she's just like, she's hacking along. She's like, I'm like, what is going on? And she had just made a burrito. She made a burrito because she wasn't feeling good. She's like, this is the only thing that sounds good. She makes a burrito, but she microwaves her cheese. I think that's a sin, but oh well. That's
microwaving her cheese
on a plate.
For a burrito. Yeah. Like she's like on a quesadilla. Like she's like making a quesadilla in the microwave.
Like that's passable.
No offense, I think you deserve to throw up. That's actually pretty bad.
But that's not me. I stove all the time. Whatever.
We leave the chicken quesadilla maker on the counter.
Yeah.
For permanent use.
Exactly. So I grew up different, but maybe that's me. But she's hacking along over the trash. I'm throwing the trash away, and I get a whiff of that microwaved cheese, and I'm starting to hack along. I'm like, this is gross, bro. There's no way. So I took the trash out, and then she ate her burrito, and all was well with the world.
All is well.
All is well.
We bought a Mustang and a Corvette and a Ranchero at work. And we're going to put the Mustang motor in the Ranchero and put twin turbos on it and push like 600 horsepower.
Can we please put that on the pod?
We can absolutely put it on the... It's going to be really cool.
And for everyone that doesn't know, what Hayes is Hayes is a mechanic, and there is a rich millionaire that lives around here, and he just collects cars, and all he does is he gets to work on classic cars all day, and he does nothing else. He's a specific classic car mechanic, and that is his life. Like, you ever seen the movie, There's a movie where there's like a personal dude who sits around and works on rich dude's car, just the mechanic, and there's like you see a garage and there's white lights on the top, and there's a sea of cars as far as you can see. And there's one mechanic in the corner, like Jay Leno's garage. That's what that's what Hayes does, and he loves
That's
it.
pretty dope.
I wish that's what I did. That's a really good lie. I really wish.
We'll leave it right at that for you to never know what he actually does.
I'm getting there. We have 3 cars, so that's the beginning of a collection. The Ranchero is considered a classic, 1965.
Wait. So Ranchero, is it a car chassis or a truck chassis?
It's a truck. It's a Ford 1500 frame. The frame is literally a truck. It just has a weird body on it. Truck motor, truck body.
And we love all
are
bodies.
funny.
We
love most bodies.
Like that's awesome. No, look, that's for the mouse.
Yeah, I just plugged it
into
into the mouse.
PC, so I definitely just got a Chinese virus.
because
that is AI generated.
Our podcast is all gonna be meta translated to Chinese.
We're gonna post this on the
gonna
hub, and we're gonna post this on what is that? Red.
All of a sudden,
Red tube.
Well, no. There was that one social media whenever TikTok got banned, and everyone moved to that one social media. I
don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what that one is.
Real heads will know, but none of the real heads are watching.
I want to wait. I'm blanking on Ranchero. I am very certain I know what it looks.
There's another
like.
name for it.
That's fine. Here we go. Let's show this. Isn't that great? That's what you're working on. Are you gonna pimp it out? Please tell me
It's
you're gonna
already
pimp it out.
pimped out. That is literally
No. What's
1970? Look up 1972. 1972.
Pimp level, boss level 99. That is pimp level 100.
But no. What do you call it? There's literally
74.
gangs. They
74.
bounce. What's the bounce?
Hydraulics.
But no, they have like a term for it.
You must
They're called hydraulics.
on
Well,
it.
yeah, but like they have like a group of people that make their cars bounce. I can't remember what that's called. They're bouncing around
I'll make
town.
your car bounce.
I don't know if I
You
can say
bounce
that.
already,
I don't know if
Evan.
I can say that group of name.
You
Wait, look up
You're just
74.
talking about cholos or whatever. Car modders,
No, hold on. I'm gonna find this.
Hispanic gangs.
that first red one. No. Yeah. That's what it looks like,
Here we
except
go,
it has a
Alright.
white racing stripe down the middle.
That's kind of hardcore.
Maybe I shouldn't put this on.
What was it? They definitely saw it, and we're not editing it out.
I know they
Click
saw
enter.
Let's
Group
just
that. That's all I put.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't. Hold on. Group that.
Use hydraulics on the car.
Why can't I spell hydraulics?
That's a hard word to spell. I don't think I could spell hydraulics if I got 10 tries.
I got HY, and everything else is a mystery.
There's an L and an I in there. I know there's an
Oh, okay. Hydraulic.
I can't read that. What's
I.
it?
Low rider culture.
Hydraulic.
Maybe that's.
Are we
that's
talking
not
about
what
the
it's called.
Hispanic part of that culture
No,
being cholos?
In California, they literally
What are you
had.
talking
There's a group of these guys that would
Hayes
just like.
knows what it is. Mute
drive
yourself and
around.
say it out loud.
No, I can't say that out loud. I'll say that after the podcast.
Your mouse doesn't like to scroll.
No, yeah, that mouse is broken. It's better to cut that knob out.
And
It's actually the
just-
most frustrating thing, and I don't have a second mouse. Actually, I do. I just don't want to use it.
Oh well. Ammon, do you have any stories for this week?
Do I have any stories for this week?
You were supposed to prepare for this.
What? Was
I'm
I?
just kidding.
Oh man, guys, so I was at work, and
What a switch. Continue. Do tell.
no. So me buying this car, I
How
hope.
did tell
I
the
hope he
story of how
doesn't-
you got down there because
Yes. So we have this thing. My toesies are cold. I wish I had. Go back to Chrome and type in the lyrics "Blood in My Lambo" Post Malone, and then say what did he mean by that. And then I'll tell the story about my car, and then do AI cool AI grok. What is it saying?
I can't read it.
Hayes.
Blood in my Lambo and Post Malone's Hollywood bleeding represents the destructive, isolating, and draining nature of fame, wealth, and the superficial Hollywood lifestyle. It symbolizes personal sacrifice and the emotional immediacy that accompanies success. Contrasting high and luxury of inner depression. It's basically when you're rich, you're sad.
He has a song called "Rich and Sad," so
Yeah, I think rich people are just bad at being happy. If I was rich, I would be way more happy than all of these people that are complaining.
Rich people. We'll find out.
W poor people for being more happy than rich people.
So I, like we were talking about last week, I genuinely was going to just. I live fairly close to work, and I live fairly close to the podcast studio, obviously, as far as like biking there. And I'm like happy to bike wherever I need to. And honestly, biking is the best because for some reason, not having a car around you, not having a windshield, I don't know, just like biking around town is the best. And so
having the thrill of someone running you over.
Well, you can still get run over in a car. You can still get.
No,
you can definitely get run over in a car.
I'm gonna have a challenge straight up. I'm gonna have all of you guys bike, or you, Bryce.
I don't have a bike.
I'm gonna have you borrow my bike, and one of these days after the podcast, in the middle of like a warm summer day, you're gonna bike to work, and you're gonna tell me how awesome and fun it was. And I'm gonna have Bryce do the same thing, and I want
Bryce
you guys
is
to
like
tell me, and then maybe
20
Hayes,
minutes away from work
like,
on a drive.
maybe like when Hayes has like a day off or something, or you like go hang out with some friends, but like on a moderately.
I'll bike to the bowling alley.
And like just enjoying the pace of like going a little bit slower, noticing things that you don't notice, being in the air, listening to the wind, seeing the trees. Like, it's definitely a more, I don't know, it's like, I don't want to say tactile, but it's like a different experience that I genuinely enjoy. And it's not long enough that it's a different experience. Anyway, I was going to bike for the next 3 to 5 months, and I was just going to be chilling, and I was going to save money the whole time, and I was going to buy, like, a newer, nicer, compact sedan. So, like, we're talking like a Volkswagen, maybe not a Jetta, but like a Passat, or like a smaller, like a Honda Civic instead of like a Honda Accord, you know, but like gets decent gas mileage. And I was looking at hail damaged ones. And I just wanted a nice car that got good gas mileage. And then, but Bryce kept being like, you should get a crossover or a truck. And I was like, I kind of want to, that'd be nice. But if I get a newer one, like, I want to get a newer one so I don't have to work on it, be under the hood all of the time. You know what I mean? And Bryce I was like, maybe, I don't know, maybe. And then one day, Bryce, he's like, dude, look at this truck, and had just been posted like 6 minutes ago. And he's like, dude, if you don't buy this truck, I am going to buy this truck. And the thing is Bryce never says that. So what I want you to know is I like to sit down and do work at my computer and like to do work like that. Bryce, if Bryce is a drug addict, his drug of choice is doing deals, right? He wants to find the best deals. He's my deal guy. The new shoes.
The saying we have is businesses hate to see Bryce coming.
Bryce hunts for the deals because he loves the game. And you know what we're right and what we're saying when we say
it just clicked. I just noticed everything he's ever talked about or bought is a deal.
Yeah, and so whenever I need something, he's my deal procurement. I say to him, I'll give you like $100 or $50 for you to do the work, and he would do it for free because he just loves the game. He's a deal junkie. He wants to get a good deal. Like he needs that I just got a sweet deal dopamine shoved into his veins.
I scammed a business legally.
No, he's not scamming a business. Fine. You don't know if you don't ask, and Bryce is willing to ask.
He's willing to ask for more lettuce on a salad for free.
hate the game, not the players.
So I can tell he's freaking it out about this truck, and I'm like, what is like the price on this truck? We won't say what I bought it for, but most
$5.
Most dealerships sell it for this truck for like $3,000 to $5,000 more than what it was listed for on KSL. And I'm like, why is it so low? And he's like, I think this guy just wants to get rid of the truck, and he kind of knows that it's like a decent truck, but he doesn't know what the actual value of the truck is. And I'm like, okay, I'll buy it. And so I was like, Bryce, is this a good deal? He's like, really low miles, a lot of highway miles. The dude took care of it. The pictures show that the dude like oiled the truck bed lining. He like cleaned the inside of the truck. He like oiled the like plastic air duct vents and the covers and everything. And like there wasn't anything. It wasn't like a rebuilt title or anything like that. And he's like, even if you were to buy on KSL, you could flip this right now for $1,000 easy, if not $3,000 if you wanted to wait a little bit and negotiate with someone. And I was like, that's a really good deal. It's a decent truck and it's in good condition. And if I can flip it and make money, I'm gonna trust Bryce. And so I straight up texted him and said, I'll send you a deposit of a certain amount of money. Lock it down for me. We did that. 2 minutes later, he's texting us saying that 5 other people were offering him
cash prices,
200 to 400 more than we were offering him, if not more than that, to pick it up in an hour. And the dude waited a week for us to come pick it up. That was a really nice guy.
He was a man of his word. He was like, yeah, you were the first one, so I'll hold you to it.
This dude was, I hope he doesn't see this because I still have to mail him back his license plate.
Seems like a great guy.
This dude was autistic.
I'm autistic. We're all autistic.
This dude...
But he was the best.
He loved this truck. I felt so bad because I was ready to just buy this truck, and he wanted to like make sure that I wasn't screwing myself on this truck. So he brought this light, and he opened up the hood and was like, "I want to show you the engine." And I'm like, I was listening for knocking and nothing else. But he was trying to show me that he had like oiled up and greased the entire like front, and he had like pressure washed it or something. He's like, "This is my." He's like, I felt bad because I started looking under the engine and listening for knocking and checking the brakes and everything. And he's like, "No, come look at this. I'm proud of the engine. I've kept the engine clean." And I was like, this is a really weird interaction. Why is someone telling me I'm proud of the engine? Come look at the engine.
I'm proud of the engine.
I'm proud of the engine too.
That is one of the best looking things I've ever seen.
It was great, and he took care of it. And I don't want to say too much more about this guy. Nice guy.
Great guy. Held on to it. You got a great truck. You had to ride the tracks down. Get a ride.
No, wait. I was going to get to that.
We'll get to that.
No, I'm good. Have you ever read the book or heard of the book or had to go through in English class? They tried to make you learn about the Odyssey and how sirens tried to sleep.
The Odyssey?
The Odyssey.
No, Odyssey.
You ever heard of the Iliad or the Odyssey?
I know
the idiot. Who you calling idiot?
You know the Iliad, but you don't know the Odyssey?
I probably know them both. I just don't read.
I will tell this story next week, but I would venture to say that I had a longer and more harrowing experience getting this truck than Homer was the writer. Dude, who's the main
Homer
character?
Simpson?
Homer of the Odyssey. It was the warrior dude with his wife, and his wife was like cheating on him or something. Wait, what are you doing? Please tell me. Are you going to search it? Who's the... Achilles? We're going to go with Achilles.
Achilles.
Achilles?
No, Achilles.
Achilles. Achilles.
And that'll be a great story for next week.
I'm telling you right now that I went through more than Achilles did on that boat with the sirens and everything else of me going to get that truck.
I would agree.
Thank you for watching. We love you. We'll see you next week.
Mucho thanks. Bye-bye.
Yeah.